Good, good evening, everybody. Dawson, thank you for lowering the music and getting us all seated. All right, well, welcome to the event that we weren't sure was going to be able to happen tonight. We're glad that all of you are here. We're sorry that more of you can't be here. I'm Deanna Glazer. I am the interim chair for the Department of Dermatology at St. Louis University. I'd like to welcome those of you who are attending in person, as well as those of you who are joining us virtually. It's a pleasure, a true pleasure to share this joyous occasion of the Graduate Recognition Day and the graduation dinner. This morning, the residents and fellows presented original research at the department's 24th annual Research Symposium. Each resident and fellow did an outstanding job. Every year, they just keep getting better and better. We had an inspiring lecture from Dr. William James on the lessons from the clinic, and I'll introduce him a little more later on. For now, I just want to acknowledge all of our graduates and their loved ones. Your support is truly invaluable. A round of applause for the graduates. And with that, I think we are ready for the invocation with Kareem. Let's see, got to get this off.
Thank you, Dr. Glazer. Can we all please bow our heads? Gracious God, we ask your blessings upon these young women and men who we honor today for their achievements. Shane, Eamon, Ashley, Jesse, Christian, Logan, and Daniel. We celebrate their capacity for creativity, for critical thinking, for focused effort. We are grateful that they and their families entrusted St. Louis University Dermatology, faculty and staff, to engage them intellectually, morally, and spiritually. Thank you for their confidence to discover and explore new possibilities and knowledge to discern what is right and good and just. Enable them to draw upon the wisdom and experience of yesterday as they respond to the questions and concerns of tomorrow. Support our honored student leaders as they continue to make a difference in the world and lead a life for the greater glory of God. Amen. At this time, we can start eating. I think they're going to pick tables as they go. And also, I'll take this time to update. So everyone comes up, this will be the microphone to speak through. We only have one microphone, and Dawson is going to make sure that everybody's labeled correctly so we can hear you. So thank you for coming and enjoy the food.
All right, guys, I hope you had fun with dinner. We're going to try to get the rest of the evening going. They're setting up dessert. Once dessert is set up, then we might take a quick break so everybody can get dessert, and we'll continue with the presentations. But we wanted to get things started. For those of you that I haven't had a chance to personally meet, I'm Deanna Glazer. I'm the interim chair for the Department of Dermatology here at St. Louis University. Again, I want to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. This evening is all about sharing this joyous occasion of the Graduate Recognition Day for our third-year residents and for our fellows as they move into the future of their dermatology careers and into the House of Medicine. Our residents have truly had a year of chaos, I would say, change, of unknown, uncertainty, and they have done a phenomenal job meeting these challenges. They've met them with grace. It's been a real pleasure to watch them maneuver through this year. They've worked together. They've worked together to really try to help each other during the education process, to take care of our patients, to assist our staff, to make a difference in the community. And even though this has been such an unusual year, we have really accomplished a lot. And this is about the graduation, but I just want to say the department has really been moving forward, and we've accomplished a lot of things. One of our big focuses has been on diversity, inclusion, and equity, not only from a School of Medicine point of view, but as a department. And I want to especially thank Dr. Chaudhry, if she's still here, for her role in that, and all the staff and all of the residents who have helped her with that. We had a monthly book club and movie, and it was an outstanding opportunity to learn more about ourselves and the world around us. I also would like to just take a moment to acknowledge the loved ones who aren't present here with us today, but who have helped to support our graduates and our fellows. And I want to thank all of you for being here and for taking the time and the effort to get here and to spend this evening with us, and for helping to develop these men and women in who they are. They're exceptional. You made our jobs actually pretty easy, so please, a little applause to the whole families who are here with our graduates. Thank you very much. And I am going to turn it over to Dr. Burkemper to start the festivities wherever she went. Dr. Burkemper? Yeah, right? Okay, you're over here for the residents.
All right, so the moment you've all been waiting for, the resident presentations. So every year we do this tradition in our department where the graduates are sort of presented by their faculty mentors. Mentors are selected at the beginning of the resident's first year of residency, and they follow them throughout the 3 years of their residency, meeting with them periodically, getting to know them and guiding them through residency and then life beyond residency. And so at graduation, we feel like it's, appropriate for the mentor to sort of present their graduate and send them off into the world. So without further ado, we will get started with the first presentation. I will just say that this is a little different format. There's less control. We had to submit these ahead of time. Dawson, I think, that's our gentleman who is controlling the AV. There he is. We are leaving our life in your hands. So, so Dawson is to blame if anything goes wrong. Just, I'm sure he's got it under control. But, right, Dawson. No pressure at all. So first up, we have Dr. Grace being presented by Dr. West.
Keep it on you just so you don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
And then there you are.
All right.
Back and forth, pretty easy.
Okay. All right, so this will be a tribute to Shane. Are you nervous, Shane? A little bit? Okay. So, just a little bit of background. Graduation day is actually my least favorite day of the entire year, and that's because I hate seeing the residents go. So, admittedly, I'm a huge wimp. I'm very sentimental. Just to give you a little bit of perspective of that, out of all the ones in my household, between my wife, my 3 daughters, and my somewhat male dog who's been neutered, I am by far the most sentimental one in the house. And so it is because of this that I try to make my presentations as unserious as possible, as unemotional as possible, and as unsentimental as possible. So what I usually do is just make fun of people for a bit. And so just, if anybody remembers last year with Peter, basically all I did was make fun of his name and make a bunch of childish penis jokes for about 5 minutes. And so, with that said, now it's time to make fun of, talk about Shane. So Shane, are you nervous now? Yep, good. All right, so, I know, that's why I toned it down a little bit. So, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Shane the Brain. So as we can see here, Shane is very intelligent looking, very mature, very mild-mannered. Look, he's a graduate. And Super Bowl Shane, how about that? He was at the big game. He was right there to witness it all. Oh, you guys don't like that either? Ah. Well, I definitely don't like this. So Super Bowl Shane, I guess, was so last year. We can't live in the past forever, as much as we'd like to. And as much as I hate putting that picture up, I guess you have a point. We can't live in the past. So we'll come up with something else. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Super Neckbeard. Able to leap a big fat basement dweller in a single bound. So here we have the neckbeard in all of his natural dwellings, all of his natural habitat. And in case you're wondering, yes, all of these pictures here are Shane. You may not think so, but they all are. The only pictures here that are not Shane are the ones who have the little thought bubbles above their heads. Everybody else here is Shane in some way or another. The people who have the thought bubbles above their heads are co-residents of Shane who have developed a very deep admiration and very deep respect for Shane. But these are not the only ones who have a deep respect for Shane. All of his other co-residents do as well. And it's a good thing they do, because if they didn't, as you can see, he would beat the hell out of them with a golf club. What do neckbeards and cool beverages have in common? What? They both sweat at room temperature. No video? That's okay. We don't need it. The beard's enough. So, when Shane started out as a first year, up in the top picture there, at first he was like that. He was like very innocent, very inexperienced. Now you may think that neck looks dirty as hell, but in terms of neckbeard standards, he was a virgin. He was so pure and so naive that you may find this hard to believe, but as a first year, the mentor meetings with him, of him asking me questions about billing and about how to make money during practice, those only lasted 45 minutes his first year. That's it. I know you can't believe it. Only 45 minutes is a first year. That's it. But as you can see, as the years moved on, the hair on the beard got longer, the curiosity grew, the wisdom grew, and all kinds of changes happened. I mean, by the end of it, those mentor meetings with the money questions, it was just unbearable. I know it's shocking. But one thing that has not changed over the years, one thing that has always held constant, is Shane has always been so calm, so cool. I mean, he's actually very, to the point where he's actually just soothing to be around. He can always, I've never heard his voice get any louder than just barely above a whisper. Just very calming. I'm starting to get sentimental, so it's time to make another immature joke. Shane takes his drinks just like his beard, nice and dark. So another neck beard joke. What's the difference between a neck beard and a gutter? What? The gutter is less of a drain on society. How about, why do neck beards never date anybody with heart conditions? Because people with heart conditions take beta blockers. Now, with all that said, as Shane is demonstrating here with this t-shirt that says Proud Neckbeard, that he actually wore, no joke, Shane actually has a whole lot to be proud of, and it's okay to be proud of things. As you can see here, not all neckbeards are a bunch of fat, acne heaven lazy bums. I mean, look at that. That is one ripped neckbeard there. He totally breaks the cycle there. And I'm sure that picture there with all the protein and all the muscle building stuff in the background is just by chance. That couldn't have been on purpose, right? It's okay to be proud of stuff, but nobody likes a bragger. So you can't really see it there, but that's a handprint. And so when Shane gets when the humbleness goes away, you got to kind of say, bad neck beard, wham, take that. That'll learn you. But all joking aside, Shane, you definitely have a whole lot to be proud of, and everybody in this class does as well. I am actually going to miss all of you a whole lot. This is why I hate this day. It's very exciting, but at the same time, I still hate it. So as Shane tips his hat and says goodbye to everybody, I ask you one thing, just do not ever forget us, because we'll never forget you. Hey Shane, aren't you glad I didn't mention that 70-year-old patient of yours who always comes in and has you rub her prescription all over her legs? Oh wait, I just mentioned it, sorry.
I think because dessert is out, it looks like, we'll go ahead and let everybody get dessert and then we'll continue with the festivities.
Yeah.
Also, I need to prepare.
Feel so close to you right now, it's a force field. I wear my heart up on my sleeve like a big deal. Your love pours down on me, surround me like a waterfall. There's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now.
Hello? Yeah, so we have a few different types of dessert. We have 2 different types of dessert, everybody. So if you're from St. Louis or if you've lived in St. Louis, you know Ted Drew's is our frozen custard of, this is what we're known for. So we have vanilla frozen custard. You can put different toppings on. And then we have some gooey butter cake, which is also a St. Louis specialty. So I think a couple tables at a time, this should go a lot faster, and then we won't wait till the end of dessert to start presentations again. We'll just kind of, shuffle through and then we'll start. So faculty, if your 2 tables want to go ahead and grab some, and then I'll send the next group.
everybody grab your seats because you don't want to miss this. So I'm up next. I got the pleasure of being Eamon's mentor. And I mean, for anybody that knows Eamon, a couple of things. He loves his trivia, and he loves to be right. So, one of his favorite didactic sessions in residency was Jeopardy, because he always won by any means possible. So I thought it was only fitting that I chose Jeopardy to present Eamon. So this is Jeopardy Eamon style, okay? And hopefully it's gonna work, because this is like a very, I don't know. I did all kinds of things that I don't normally do on PowerPoint to do this, so. Dawson, I trust you, buddy. So we just have to click to start the game. And it should just, first category, the Wonder Years. Next category, school days. Dermies. And final category, all work and no play. I think there are normally 2 other categories, but I mean, we only got so much time, people. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play Jeopardy, and it's gonna be about Eamon. And I mean, literally, we're playing Jeopardy. Everybody's involved, it's interactive. The only thing I ask, and you can pick any category, and Dawson's gonna help me, right, Dawson? You're gonna click on the one that somebody picks as what question they wanna answer. The only thing that I ask is that all work and no play for 1,000 is the last answer picked, because that is a special one. So, all right, so if you know the answer, or you think you know the answer, just raise your hand and I'll just call it your table. This is by table, by the way, it's not by individual. You are responsible for keeping track of your own money. I am not a calculator. So, if you want to keep track, you can. If you don't, that's fine. I have no prize for the first place, so I mean, you get a free drink at the bar. So I am just going to arbitrarily pick who gets to go first, and because this table is sitting right here and it has my chair sitting at it, I'm going to let this table pick the first category and dollar amount, but anybody can raise their hand, and I'm going to try. I mean, there's a lot of people here, so I'm going to try to see who raises their hand first. If not, I mean, we're all friends here, people, so don't throw like eggs at me or anything. All right, so.
All work and no play, 800.
All work and no play, 800. Good job, Dawson. Eamon's favorite dessert. Raise your hand, anybody. Oh, there we go. Eamon's table. No, he can. He can do it. Yeah. He's not gonna know all the answers, I don't think. What is it? Flan, however you say it. So click for the answer. Uh-oh. Minus 800. And also, I mean, I don't know how we want to play if it's minus answers too. All right, since that answer was incorrect, table SLU Care Center for Specialized Medicine gets to pick again. We'll go with Dermies for 800. Dermies 800. These are Eamon's favorite pathways. Mallory, table. And click here for the answer. What so they have $800 in like fake money, of course. So you guys get to pick next. School Days for 400. This movie took place where Eamon went to medical school. Oh, back table. And is that the correct answer? We Are Marshall? Hells yeah, it is! And, oh, you didn't get to see the picture. There's a picture of Matthew McConaughey's got a baseball cap and Eamon with a baseball cap. Hey, Dawson, could you just leave that answer slide up for just a split second more? That would be awesome, thank you. Some of them have cute pictures, some of them don't, but. Uh-oh. Cool Days for 400, I think, yeah. Oh, yep, that was it. And then the picture, I understand what you were doing there, Dawson, you're trying to show the picture, I appreciate that. Okay, so back table, what category and dollar amount?
Let's do the Wonder Years for 800.
Oh, God. Eamon had enthusiastic and unapologetic use of this product as a teen. Oh, we got an answer here at the Eamon table. Axe body spray, is that correct? It is. Very good. That's actually Mary Brooke who provided that, yeah. All right, so Mar table, where do you want to go next?
All work and no play for 1,000.
Oh, we can't go there yet. That's the last category. Don't do that, Dawson. All work and no play for 600? All right. Eamon's least favorite cat. Anya, I know you know the answer to this. The Mar table. All right, what's the answer? Is it Smoosh? It is. And look at, I'm like, of course Smoosh hates him. Like, look what he does to him. He puts him in this little sling. He like puts a birthday hat on him, like smooshing his ears in. I don't know, maybe he has smooshed ears anyway. All right, so the Mar table, where do you want to go next? Dermies for 200. This is Eamon's favorite topic in dermatology. Jesse. Oh. Well, what is ORF? Click for the answer. So, topic versus diagnosis, I don't know. So sorry. And Dr. Hurley, the love. All right, so the Mar table gets to pick again. Wonder Years for 400, all right. Eamon would order this at restaurants when he was a kid, even before he could pronounce it. Oh, Dad knows the answer. What is Robster? Yes! Good job, Dad. All right. Mar table, what category and dollar amount do you want to go to next? School Days for 800, all right. This is where Eamon is doing an advanced medical dermatology fellowship. Oh, I think Christian actually had his hand up first. NYU is the answer. What is NYU? Very good. I don't know if it was $800 worth since his table is named NYU, but whatever. I didn't know that was going to happen. All right, Christian, what do you want to pick next?
School Days for 1,000.
School Days for 1,000. This is where Eamon's significant other goes to school. Ooh, I think Nikki might have had her hand up first. What is Mizzou? It's actually the University of Missouri-Columbia School of Medicine for all of us alumni. Woo! It's all right, you get the credit. You're welcome. All right, so Nikki, you get to pick, or your table gets to pick.
I'm worried it's going to be a little out of my league. Let's do School Days 200.
All right, School Days 200. Eamon went to this college. I was gonna say, Martable should definitely know this. Martable? All right, I only had one of those, so you got it, so. Oberlin / West Virginia University. Click here for answer. Dawson's having problems because, woo! Yay. All right, Martable, where are we going next? Oh, all work and no play for 200, all right. Eamon practices this martial art. Oh, I saw Daniel's hand in the back. Jiu-jitsu. Click for the answer, and yes, it is jiu-jitsu. All right, Daniel's table. Dermies for 1,000. This is the number of the episode of the podcast Clinical Reasoning with Jack that Eamon was featured on. All right, are you raising your hand or no? Oh, Marty seems like he's kind of cute. You thought it was episode 1? Yeah, which episode? This is for $1,000, dude, okay? All right, I feel like we had a 5 from over here and a 1 from over here, so let's reveal the answer. We've got a random arrow. Okay. I know. And it's not 1 or 5. Uh-oh. It is 170. Episode 170. So I think we're back to the Mar table because nobody got it right. We're getting there, guys. What do you want? Wonder Years for 600. This is a good one, y'all. Eamon did not like this article of clothing when he was a kid. Oh, Yadira. Underwear. Click here for the answer. So, yeah, so I said pants. Underwear probably counts because apparently he was buck naked from the waist down. So, all right, so front table, you get to pick. Dermy 600. This is Eamon's favorite allergen. You know we had to have an allergen question. Anybody? So you have to raise your hand, dude. Ashley. And what is the answer? Ashley says gold. What is gold? And so I just want to show you some screenshots. Oh no. Okay, so you don't have to go back, Dawson, don't screw it up. But so throughout the year I took screenshots of text messages that Eamon sent me on patch test days. And one of them, I mean, they're literally sent at like 7:30 in the morning, 8 a.m. It's like, I can't wait for patch test day. And the other one was like, you can just stay home. I'll do the patch test reads. I mean, you're the only one that showed that much enthusiasm about patch testing. I totally, yeah. I mean, I like to think I was special, but, you know. All right, so Ashley's table. Dermies for 400, you're on a roll. Eamon's dermatologist brother. Oh, Mallory had her hand up first. Ian, is that correct? It is, and there he is, in the flesh. All right, we're almost there, guys. All right, Mallory's table.
How about all work and no play for 400?
Okay. Eamon's favorite cat. So, oh, sorry. Well, I see Daniel's hand up. Daniel, do you want to answer or no? You're like, you got a fur ball? You don't want to? Anya. Boris. Let's see. Yes. I mean, look at that picture. I mean, he obviously loves Boris more than he loves Smoosh. He smooshes Smooch. Smoosh. All right. So Martable. What next?
100 years for 1,000.
Oh, this is a gem. Eamon did a choreographed dance to this song at middle school camp. No, you didn't! Eamon's mom, you may be the only one that knows the answer to this. Of course you can. Eamon!
What is Jennifer Lopez's Waiting for Tonight?
And hopefully it's gonna play. Well, the video is supposed to play, but it's not playing, so unfortunately. So there was a little video with Jennifer Lopez dancing, kind of, you know, risque-like, but we can only imagine Eamon on a stage, waiting for tonight. Yeah, that song. Okay, so we only have the Wonder Years 200 left until the last one, so go ahead and click that, Dawson. Eamon originally wanted to be this when he grew up. Jesse's table. Yes. Click for the answer. What is a voiceover actor? I'm not sure if that's what you were doing in this picture, but it kind of looked like you were. All right. So our last one is all work and no play for 1,000. Everybody can play on this one. Wicked smart, friend to all, and will be missed. Click for the answer. Dr. Eamon Marr. And then forward to the next slide, Dawson. There it is. It's been a pleasure. You bring enthusiasm and energy and all kinds of positive vibes everywhere you go. And seriously, friend to all, take it with you. All right? And come on.
You know what I just realized? So I think we found a new Jeopardy host in Nicole. All right. So I had the pleasure of being Ashley's mentor for the past 3 years and getting to know her well. And like Dr. West said, tonight is very bittersweet because we're all so proud of you and all the graduates, but we're sad to see you go. All right, next slide. So I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach than what's been done so far tonight. I wanted you guys to all get to know Ashley a little bit better and see her journey from where she started to where she is today. So this is Ashley when she was a sweet baby, and and she was born in Pensacola, Florida. And I realized when I met her and I found out she was from Pensacola that we were destined to be mentee and mentor, because my first email back in, like, I don't know, whatever grade, was we'd just come back from a trip to Disney World, and on the way we'd stopped at Pensacola, and I loved the beach there so much that my first email address had Pensacola in it. So I loved Pensacola before I met you, so that was meant to be. All right, next slide. All right. So this is Ashley when she was a sweet little girl, and as you can see, she had a great fashion, colorful sense, even as a young girl, and her dad had shared with me that her first career choice had actually been to be a model. So clearly she already is, she's a model, but now she's got another career option as well. All right. And so one of Ashley's favorite hobbies growing up was all of her years in Girl Scouts. She was a Girl Scout for 6 years, and this is her with her fellow Girl Scout members, troop members. And if we ever had to like get dropped in the forest somewhere and didn't know what to do, we'd have Ashley with us, and she would light the fire and take care of us. So I'm glad that you were a Girl Scout. And the Samoas up there, that's for Ashley, because that's her favorite. And the Thin Mints, those are for me, because those are my favorite. So. But even though first she was going to be a model, it was clear from a young age that she was destined for dermatology. If you look closely at this, so this is a science fair project that she put together with her friend. And next slide. So clearly, sunscreen or sunburn? Sunscreen, of course, is the answer. But clearly she was meant to be a dermatologist. So after school, she moved on to university, and she went to Howard University, and she was an Alpha Kappa Alpha. And we will see, next slide. So speaking of Alpha Kappa Alphas, we see that she followed in the footsteps of other amazing Alpha Kappa Alphas, and it was, she truly fit the mold. So like her predecessors, she is truly a leader. She is never afraid to make her voice heard. And this year she did so much amazing work with diversity and equity, and I know that that's going to continue with all the other great things she's going to do. This is her with her dad at her graduation. So this is her on her first day of medical school, bright-eyed medical student, on her white coat ceremony at BCU. During medical school, Ashley had taken a trip to Ghana and done humanitarian work, and so it was clear from a young age that she had this in her heart, her genuine compassion for others, to lift other people up. And this is her with her mom on her medical school graduation, another proud day. And I know, knowing Ashley these past several years, I know that family is super important to her, and not just her immediate family, but all of her extended family. And I know that they've been a big support for her, and she for them. This is her with her, oh sorry, go back, her grandmother and her godmother, and more of her family in Florida. So then eventually, luckily for us, Ashley made her way to St. Louis. So we kind of pulled her to the Midwest. And first we got to have the pleasure of working with Ashley when she was a research fellow. So that's why tonight is, like I said, it's hard to let you go since we've been having the pleasure to have you for so long. So first she was up with us as a research fellow, and then as an amazing resident with her fellow co-residents. And then while she was busy at work, she was also, at the same time, during her first year, getting married. And I know that during these... And I know that Casey and you have been such a support for each other. He was sharing the most sweet story with me that one day when you had a really hard day and you just had come home and had a lot of notes to do from the day's clinic, that you're kind of not in the best mood at first, but then he surprised you with it was his turn to cook dinner, so he surprised you with pizza, and how just immediately your mood lifted and your day turned around. And so it was just so sweet how you guys are always there for each other, and always will be. And then these are more sweet pictures of Ashley on her wedding with her mom and her dad, and with Casey and more family. And these are her, I believe, sorority sisters, or just friends from college? Yeah. All right, okay. So once I got to this point of the presentation, I was making this, I was like, I haven't had a chance to poke fun at Ashley yet. And then I realized, everything's been so wonderful. Like, what could I possibly find in Ashley that I could poke fun at? And so then it occurred to me that Ashley is just like a childhood favorite Disney character, which hopefully you all know. But Ashley McWilliams is just like Mary Poppins, practically perfect in every way. So then it all made sense. Then I got it. Okay, so that's why tonight I want to award Ashley with the Mary Poppins Certificate of Perfection. She measures up to perfection. And so I think all of the not ready yet. All of the attendings, residents, staff can attest that when we're in clinic and it's you know, a hectic, crazy day, and other people maybe might be like in a little bit of a bad mood. Never Ashley. She's always showing up to work, enthusiastic, with a big smile, ready to work hard, ready to take care of her patients, and always takes whatever might be a difficulty or a hard time or a challenge, she always turns it into a positive and makes the most of it. And so then one day I kind of heard her humming under her breath, and she was humming a song, and at first I didn't know what it was, but now I know what it was, because this is how you turn that negative into a positive. So this is the song she was humming under her breath.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find the fun, and snap, the job's a game. And every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake, a lark, a spree, it's very clear to see.
It was supposed to start right now. Here. All right. Okay.
Go down, just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in a most delightful way.
So now I know her secret, so that's what we'll sing in clinic when we're having a busy day. All right, so yes, practically perfect, but that is kind of hard to live up to. So, you know, she is practically perfect, but maybe except for in just one way. She doesn't like chocolate, which is, you know, interesting. Next. Or at least it's not her favorite, which is bad enough. So I know this because I like to get the residents like a treat when we're on consults. And I used to just buy everyone a Dove, like at the hospital gift shop. So I used to buy everyone a Dove chocolate bar thinking, well, you know, everyone loves Dove chocolate. Who doesn't love Dove chocolate? And then I started asking them actually, well, what's your favorite candy bar, so that I should ask them what they like. So then when I asked Ashley, she was like, I don't really like chocolate. I was like, what? And she's like, I like things that are fruity. And I'm like, fruity? And she's like, I like Skittles. So this is her favorite. So that's what she likes. So I think that the Taste the Rainbow campaign had a strong influence on you. So after this, I learned to make sure I'm careful about what commercials my kids will watch. So, all right. And you might have noticed that she may need some anger management when you see her typing away in clinic. Or you can play. Play, next. Oh wait, you missed the song. There was no music. You gotta go back. It was just a sound effect, that's all. You have to hit play. Anyway, it was Flight of the Bumblebee. So, all right. Okay. But it's okay, Ashley. Just blame it on Epic. Yeah. And put in a help ticket. I'm sure they'll get to it right away. So I know that Ashley has had the best time, and we've had the best time with you. And Atlanta is lucky to have you. So we're envious of Atlanta. When she was just starting her job search, I was like, okay, so where are you looking? You know, like I was hoping she was going to say, I'm considering St. Louis. And she was like, well, I'm going to consider, I'm not really picky, like the whole southeast, the whole part of the, half the country, but not St. Louis. So we will miss you, Ashley. I will miss you. We'll all miss you. In all seriousness, I think that you are the type of doctor that all of us would want our mom and dad to be able to be taken care of by. So I think that epitomizes what we all think of you, and couldn't be more proud of you. So.
Yeah?
There you go.
All right, guys, we have one last senior resident. And I'm very excited to present Jessie Piontek. Jessie is, in my mind, one of a kind. She has been the most thoughtful, efficient chief resident. She's led with her heart and her soul. I get the sense that she's always been a go-getter. She has 2 sisters and a very loving family, and that's been very clear. They love you, and I know that you love them. What I know about Jessie is that she's always been very active, loves the outdoors, she likes to have adventures with her sisters, and that's been from her early childhood all the way through today. She's played soccer, she's played basketball, tennis, she skis, you name it. Jessie is an outdoor gal, and she will get it done, and she'll do it well. Golf was, I think, a later maybe in life, but I know it's one of your favorites. I think you started playing this maybe in college, but I think she's a pretty amazing golfer, looking at her swing and listening to her talk to patients. Yeah. If I had to predict if medicine didn't work for you, I think you'd be in the ladies' PGA. That's what I think. So most recently, she had this amazing trip with her sisters through Utah, exploring the Capitol Reef, the Canyon Islands, Arshitz National Park. But I think what most of us don't know is that she had a real passion for music, dancing, and from what I understand, she's dropped down. Don't worry, I didn't put an adult picture of you in there, just the childhood one. Is that I think dancing even helped you kind of get through med school. Like when times were tough, you could just get out there and do a dance or so. When Jessie went to Korezu, and from what I understand is that you were an incredibly bright and passionate young learner. You like to read, you like to be involved in things. And what I understand is that at one point, you actually dressed as Madame Curari for, first grade? Yeah. So this is not, I don't think, Madame Curie, but it just reminded me that this is what you like to do, and that you had a passion for medicine and science at a very early age. Like I said, she and her sisters seem to have a very fond relationships, and I think it's wonderful. After graduation, I think Jessie was looking forward to her new career. And you have accomplished things that I think are beyond, hopefully, what you expected. You have really embraced medicine, you have embraced dermatology, you have embraced being a leader, and you have helped to lead this group of residents through an incredibly tough year. And not only the residents, but the faculty, the fellows, the staff. You have been very involved, you've been very creative and innovative, and even when she officially handed over the reins to Marty and Gabby, one night she's still on email at 9, 10 o'clock at night with all these ideas about how to make things even better. And that's what sets Jessie apart. She's always thinking about others. So I know that the world is going to be full of great things for you. I know that you're going to have a successful career. I know that you're going to have a happy life with Paul, who was my last mentee, so this works out perfect. So beware, whoever gets me next, you might wind up getting married to somebody. I did something that I've never done before. I actually emailed every resident and faculty member, and I asked them to send me one word that would describe you. One. And this is what they said. elegant, efficient, energetic, adaptable, athletic, driven, enthusiastic, a leader, go-getter, motivated, perfect makeup. That was a little bit of a stretch. It was sort of 3 words, but put together and kind of said it. Stellar, and then just to drop the mic, Piontech. Jesse, we're so proud of you. I have this little gift for you. Don't drop it, it's very heavy. This is something for you to celebrate all of the happy occasions in your life that are there to come. You can, yeah, go ahead, I don't care.
I don't know.
It's fine. There's nothing, no, it's not like.
Aww.
It's a very nice.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet.
And with that, I will pass it along to Ramona. All right, Ramona. Oh my goodness. This, I cannot wait for.
Okay, so, you know, it's been my pleasure to spend the past year with Logan. Both Dr. Chen and I have really enjoyed having you, and I know the residents have also really appreciated all the education that you've given them, your positive attitude. It's really, really been great. You know, the hard thing about putting these presentations together is that, you know, attendings, like everybody else, except for maybe Nicole, tend to leave this to the very last minute. And so the Monday deadline was a little sooner than I had anticipated, so it was hard for me to get footage this year of Logan, although we did get some in the last day or two. And so, you know, you're going to see a lot of my family giving shout outs to Logan in here because they were available. The one thing is, you know, last year with COVID, the fellow, his name was Josh, so just so that you know who he is in the video, or the reference. And as you'll see, Logan is from Mississippi and is finally going back to Mississippi. His in-laws are here, and I know they're just thrilled to have the family finally come back. So, okay, go ahead.
First one, mayonnaise. Mayonnaise, a lot of people here this evening.
Mayonnaise, a lot of patients on the schedule today.
Brand new one, aorta. Aorta cut that grass down by the ball field so that the kids don't get hurt.
Aorta, replace these.
Initiate. My wife ate 2 hamburgers. Initiate a bag of potato chips.
So hungry. Connie ate all the hummus. Initiate all the salsa.
This is my husband.
Did you know the toothbrush was invented in Mississippi? Because if it were invented anywhere else, it would be a teeth brush.
All right, so Christian, don't get your hopes up. This happens to me every year. I get to go second to last, and like I can't beat anything. So, and on top of it, this year Joey told me I have to do it under 1 minute because I have. So the first slide was on one side was Puerto Rico, and on the other side is Palm Springs, California, and in between there's these several lines that go through Jordan's entire academic career. He proudly tells me often, you've been in school how many years? 18 years. And so for all that I tried to convince him to go into academics, he would just say, I've been in school 18 years. The next slide was talking about him and how, you know, his positive things. And one of the things that the staff always talks about is how he's high maintenance. But he actually embraces it, and he often comes into Tricia's office and says, yes, I know I'm being high maintenance. So it's not just, you know. However, one thing that we've all really enjoyed is his sense of humor this year, and you were all going to get to see him dressed up. What did you dress up for for Halloween? Yeah, Beetlejuice. So there's some really fun pictures of him dressed up as Beetlejuice. The other thing that I think has been amazing about Jordan is out of all the DermPath fellows we've ever had, he's the one that has taken the most interest in spending time with the histotechnologist. So he actually can cut slides, can, you know, do all those things that I think will help you very much with your new job. I joked with him that when we started a lab at SLU, I tried to find a histology manager that could go from, like, I knew how to gross and I knew what the slides were supposed to look like, but I didn't know anything in between, and I know that he does. And then finally, you know, that you're always going to remember your fellows by different things, but you know, you're always going to be our COVID fellow, and if you change your mind, there's always a place for you at SLU. So good luck, stay in touch.
Can we get Dr. James maybe on? So, research symposium presentations, and each of the residents presented original research, and it was an outstanding morning, I just have to tell you. But we also had a guest speaker, and our guest speaker was Dr. William James, and he's in Philadelphia, and he is going to be presenting the award for the best resident or fellow research presentation this evening. What I wanted to tell you a little bit about Dr. James is that he is a graduate of the United States Military Academy at West Point. He did his residency training in San Francisco, and then he spent 12 years serving the military at the Walter Reed Army Center. 8 of those years, he was the chief of dermatology. In 1995, he joined the Department of Dermatology at the University of Pennsylvania. He was the chair there, and he currently serves as the Paul R. Gross Professor of Dermatology at the University of Penn. He has served as the president of the American Academy of Dermatology in 2010, and at that time I got to work with Bill extensively as I was on the board of directors at that time. He was also honored with the Gold Medal and the Masters of Dermatology Award, as well as the inaugural William James Mentorship Award from the American Academy of Dermatology. He has literally published more than 355 articles.
Hello?
over 35 book chapters, and written or edited 24 books, including the 8th through the 13th editions of Andrew's Disease of the Skin, which at least when I was a resident was the Bible of dermatology. Dr. James takes special pride in his role in teaching and mentoring, and he's done so for more than 160 residents and fellows during his 32 years of service as residency director. We really enjoyed his lecture this morning, which was Lessons Learned in the Clinic. And I really want to thank him for spending this day and evening with us. So Bill, I hope you are willing to say a few words to our grads and their families, and then to present the award for the best resident presentation.
Certainly. I don't know if you, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Yes. I'll just go ahead and pretend you can't. You know, it's really been an honor to be asked to join all of you today during you know, the presentations of the research done by the residents, and to talk with them over lunch. You got a great group there, as you know, and as you've celebrated so far today. I also want to recognize the families when we do this kind of thing at my institution. We likewise ask you know, the families to come, and I know it's a very, very special day for not only the residents, but for the extended group to come together and to meet each other and to share stories and just celebrate success and moving on. So I feel real privileged to be able to be part of that, and I think my role right now is to talk a little bit about the presentations, which, you know, were very good. Everybody learned a lot from them, I'm sure, including myself and the audience, but I'm sure that in doing the actual work, your residents really found out a lot of other information besides what they went in to find out about, how hard it is to do clinical research, for instance. But I congratulate you all. I was made privy to the voting, and I think it's a testament to how excellent all the presentations were, that the voting actually was spread quite evenly across the board, but there was a winner, and the Best Presentation Award goes to Gabriella Morris and Sunny Lee and their team on the role of patch testing for the evaluation of adults with hand dermatitis, so congratulations.
This is for some. What? Oh, Sunny.
Hopefully you can hear all that.
Thank you. Yeah, we can wait for Sunny. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. I want to thank everyone who helped with the paper, or with the study, which is Sunny, our medical student Samantha, Dr. Armbrecht, who was here earlier, and then obviously Dr. Berghemper, who helped a lot with fixing the PowerPoint and things in the project in general. So thanks. I did not expect this, so I didn't have anything prepared. If you want to say anything now. Okay.
Yes,
So
we can hear you well.
Totally, we hear you, but you just can't hear us right now. But
Okay, good.
Dr. James, I just want to thank you again for spending the day with us and this evening, and how much you've meant to us. And I think your lecture this morning was incredibly powerful about understanding what role we lead as physicians and how important we are to our patients and their family and their lives. And so I thank you for that perspective. And if you want to share any last minute words, we would appreciate that. Nope. All right. Everybody can wave goodbye. I don't know if he can hear. Dawson? Dawson?
You know, I'm having a little trouble hearing, but I just thank everybody and thank you, Deanna. Take care.
Thank you. While we're still waiting for Dawson to figure out the last part of the, I was going to, teacher, I was going to do the Ann Binya and then we can do the teacher.
Oh, yeah, whatever, yeah, either way.
So I wanted to share with you that one of the things that we do on this day is we recognize one of our staff members who really epitomizes what it means to be a healthcare provider, I guess, and epitomizes empathy, compassion, and this is the Ann Binya Memorial Award. And so we ask all of our staff and employees to nominate individuals, and then we have a committee who goes through them. And we actually had 4 very strong finalists. But the one that won this award, who normally would be here tonight, because all of our staff is normally here tonight, but not with COVID, was Karen Campbell. And Karen Campbell has been a part of our department for more than 20 years. And when you listen to what people said about her, she literally epitomized everything that you would want in a medical assistant, a nurse, a clinician, any part of the medical health team. Always dedicated to her patients, always involved in them, did everything to make them feel comfortable and confident and informed in their care. And so it's always fun for us to recognize one staff member who goes above and beyond to help deliver that kind of care. So we want to thank Karen Campbell for that accomplishment as being the Ann Binya recipient for empathetic and caring patient service. And then we also have the teacher of the, Dawson, are you ready with the, all right, let's do it. Who was Ramona? Okay. I'd like to see Ali again. Oh, okay, I get to see more of them?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you.
If Mississippi gave Missouri her New Jersey to wear at the fair, what would Delaware? I don't know, but Alaska.
I'm not part of this.
What's his name?
Logan.
Josh? Are you recording this?
That was last year's fellow.
I don't know them, Josh. Hey, Logan.
Can we rename him Josh?
No.
Hey, Logan. It's Ramona's brother here. Just want to let you know you've made a huge impact, that you've even taught our grandmother some Southern slang. Mama ni chibit ya de manon no gato bigo?
Ja.
Y'all? Baonyaki? All y'all?
آیا
Y'all and all.
شما خودتون آیا
Hey, Surush. I just learned the state motto of Arkansas. It's thank God for Mississippi.
You keep drinking that. It'll get funnier to you.
That was pretty funny, wasn't it? I think the first one was your highlight.
They always talk about Mississippi. What about Mississippi?
That was really funny.
I'm sick of making this video for Josh. Every year you make a video for Josh.
It's Logan.
Oh. Logan.
Yo, I'm not saying that. Just because the poor guy is from Meridian, Logan, and I used to work in Biloxi, and the best barbecue place, by the way, in the world is in just outside of there called The Shack. He's not going to find that interesting.
Hey, Dice Rouge.
Oh God.
Why are there so many unsolved murders in Mississippi?
Why? Logan, thank you so much to you and your wonderful state.
You know it. Yeah.
Great working with you. It's been a pleasure. Good luck to your new adventure. Dr. Resch, it's been an honor to work with you. I wish you the best of luck in the future. I know you're going to do fantastic.
Bye, Logan. It's been awesome having you.
Go ahead, Connie.
I really don't know what to say.
You could try goodbye.
Bye, Dr. Rush. We all will miss you.
Yeah, we do love it.
I do too. Bye, Dr. Rush. It was awesome working with you. I hope you have a great time in Mississippi. And yeah, hope you come back soon and stay cool.
It is always so cold in here. It's like the Arctic.
It's too cold. I can't see.
I am so hot. I have to put my head in this price tag. Hot flash. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. Oh, so hot.
Ready?
Yeah.
Can I get some more lidocaine?
Dr. Rush, I told you have to wear shoes.
It's all right. It's a Mississippi thing.
So, I know that you're a foodie, so part of this gift is for you to take your wife out to a really nice dinner. And then I always insist on compression stockings, even though I have not gotten a single fellow to start wearing them. So there's one with a shark on it. I'm hoping Henry can help me get you to wear them. And then there's one that's a little bit more plain. So it's been a pleasure to train you this past year.
Time for the last fellow, and we definitely needed photos for this fellow. Are we ready, Dawson? All right. So Daniel. Daniel, where are you, by the way? Oh, thank you. Okay, way back there.
Look at that.
I know. This is... I will tell you something very funny. So we get calls from patients and they say, I saw this doctor in the office. I don't know their name. And Deborah Cook will say, well, who is it? And is it a woman? Is it this? I don't know. It's the one with the beautiful eyebrows. And we're like, oh, it's Daniel. But Daniel started as this, such a cutie pie. And he is one of 8, right? Plus a little sister. His dad is an anesthesiologist. His mom actually was in medical school and had to drop out due to having a couple of children during medical school and couldn't quite keep up with the work and wound up homeschooling all of his family. And I learned a lot about all the things that went into homeschooling. It was really amazing to listen to the adventures and the lessons that you guys had. This is the latest addition to the Tinker family, a little girl that they adopted from China. Daniel's from Oklahoma. He loved sports, and especially basketball. And I don't know, did you ever really want to be a basketball player? Yeah? After being president, okay. But apparently he was very passionate about basketball, as were your younger brothers, the last of the group. But luckily for us, Daniel went into medicine, and he had a real passion for medicine and science and school, and he did very, very well. And we got to have him at St. Louis University as a research fellow, and it has been an incredible 2 years for us to have him here. He has integrated so completely into the research program. This is our first study that we enrolled, where Daniel was a fellow, and we enrolled 50 subjects in one day. And we were called at the end of the day on a Friday to say, can you enroll one more? And we did, because Daniel has a way of making friends with everybody. If he's met you once, he knows you, he's your friend. He just has a way of doing it. And his enthusiasm is absolutely contagious. I mean, we were exhausted at the end of this long day enrolling 50 patients in one day, and yet we were all still very excited. He also has a passion for those that he loves and for those that mean a lot to him. And luckily he was here at SLU and he met Dwayne, who was also a previous resident of ours. And I'm excited for both of them. And they've been engaged to get married. And Daniel, as you contemplate what your future holds for you, I know it's going to be the best. I know that you are going to achieve the things that you want to achieve. I know that you can do the things that you want to do. You really make our department a better department because you're here with us. And thank you for being with us, and thank you for joining us as a resident next year.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. So from the entire crew who does research, I really want to thank you from the bottom of our heart for the last 2 years. The research group reminded me that I had said once that I made a little fun of your maybe signature. Yeah. So Daniel has a terrible signature, and I know doctors are known for terrible signatures, right? Terrible penmanship. But his is totally ineligible, and I think, do you remember what I said to you, Daniel?
It looks like Picasso or something.
Yeah. Picasso doesn't need to be legible, but your signature does need to be legible. That's what I said to you. But you're right, it was Picasso. But Daniel, you are a Picasso here with us and here in the future. And I just want to thank you, and I look forward to having you for the next 3 years, and I look forward to whoever gets him as his mentor and to see what you have to say about him in 3 years. Thank you for being with us. Jesse. Oh, Nicole.
So I didn't actually make a PowerPoint for Jesse. I don't normally do that for the Chiefs, but there was like a random PowerPoint with like Jesse with a crown on. So if you want to, can you bring that up? Because it's totally appropriate. Jesse and I both love a great accessory. So, I mean, a tiara, I mean, come on, it's perfect. Yeah, so there you go. I have no idea where this came from. This is like, did you make this? Oh, Joey made it. Maybe, Joey, you want to present Jesse? No. Okay. But I think this is completely appropriate. Jessie may be the queen of all chief residents because she had to deal with COVID. I mean, seriously, what the heck? Paul is shaking his head. He's like, never in a million years would I ever would have wanted, well, you actually had to deal with it, so, I mean, kind of by transference. But seriously, can I just say, the amount of grace that you've shown this entire year, like, beyond. Like, she did the job, did it well, and then, you know, she's innovating at the same time. She's creating a new handbook for the incoming residents on billing and ordering. She's creating this medical student symposium for students that are interested in dermatology to get them something extra on their application. So she's not only doing the job, she is like doing it to the, you know, millionth degree. And that's just who Jessie is, you know? She, you know, comes to work every day, like enthusiastic, ready to face a challenge. Like, her patients are gonna love her because she just like approaches them with this attitude of, you know, friendliness and knowledge and just, I want to help you. And I admire you, Jessie, I do. And I think that you are gonna do great things. And you always have a place here at SLU Dermatology if you ever want to come back to academics. But it's been a pleasure, and you know, hats off to you, and congratulations, and best of luck to everything in your future. It's going to be awesome. So.
I am so excited about this award because I just think that the receiver of this award did a truly outstanding job this year. Such an amazing teacher, really an inspiration to everyone with the work ethic that they bring every day to work and the compassion that they have for all of their patients. And I can't believe how much extra effort was put forward during this very difficult year when most of us were just struggling to keep our heads above water. This Teacher of the Year championed a diversity and equity group. They organized very detailed book clubs for everyone and put in the most thoughtful work to every single one, put in what must have been hours of work to each one completely on their own. In addition, started an effort to make a free dermatology health clinic at the HRC, and also started a new combined rheumatology and dermatology clinic. I could go on. I could keep talking. I could tell you about how amazing this teacher's research projects are and how she plucks medical students out and just gives them a future by having them help her with her research projects. It's such an inspiration to everyone. And Dr. Chaudhry, I am so pleased to announce you as the Teacher of the Year. You deserve it so much. You deserve it so much. Thank you so much for everything you did this year. Do you want this?
I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much. So nice of you. And I'll miss you guys so much. And it's just a joy to get to work with all of you, with all the residents. So thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we stay up. And I also wanted to take this opportunity to thank our lovely program directors. It has been such an amazing year. Working with both of you, it's been so fun to have two awesome program directors. You really helped bring us through such a difficult time, and with such elegance and grace going through everything that you went through with new challenges that this year faced. And we really appreciate you and everything you did. We have a gift here for you, the two vases with a permanent bouquet of flowers to remind you that we all love the cheerfulness that you bring to work, and the seeds that you plant in us will bloom like flowers for our career. So thank you so much. And I also wanted to thank Joey so much for tonight and for this year and everything that you do for us and all the work that you put into our program and to everybody here tonight. Really appreciates you, and I'm sure we don't tell you enough. And thank you for getting us through this year with such an amazing job.
Do the residents have anything? There's bags up here. I wasn't sure if they had anything to present or talk about before we end our evening. Yeah. Our chiefs, here we go. Okay, thank you.
So just make this really quick. We had a small gift for the departing graduates. Just want to wish you all really well. We're going to miss you guys dearly, and hopefully you think of us whenever you look at these gifts. Please come up and receive your gifts.
Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Come on now. Celebrate good times. Come on. We gon' celebrate and have a good time.
All right, guys, we are done officially with the program. You are now welcome to join the disco and dance and party and what? No? Okay. Dawson's like giving me signals over here, but are we still having music? Yeah, we're still having music, and Dawson, the DJ, is here to spin. Okay. All right, guys, thank you very much for participating. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.